Okay, I've got good news and I've got bad news, and I hate it when people ask me which one I want first. I can't possibly know that until I know what each one of them is. So we're gonna do good news first here. The real estate market here has had a red-hot run. One analysis shows that over the last decade, Dallas has experienced the third biggest percentage increase in home prices when compared to the largest cities around the country. Now, the bad news. The real estate market here has had a red-hot run. One analysis shows that over the last decade, Dallas has experienced the third biggest percentage increase in home prices when compared to the largest cities in the country. I know, they are the same. The insight comes from constructioncoverage.com, which used data from Zillow. The report says the median Dallas home price shot up a whopping 145.8% from 2014 to 2024, and that only homes in Detroit and Tampa appreciated by a greater percentage in that period. Now, this is like one of those images that changes depending on the angle that you look at it. It is, good news there if you've been owning a home here for 10 years. But if you look at it from the perspective of maybe a renter who has wanted to buy, there it is. It's definitely very bad news. And here's the part of the reason why. As home prices here have zoomed higher, incomes have as well, but the paychecks aren't keeping up anywhere near that kind of pace. By the way, the only other Texas cities on that list of the largest cities with the biggest home price increases were Arlington and Fort Worth, both up more than 130% in the last decade. And just one Texas name was on the list of mid-sized cities. Garland identified for a 10-year price run-up that even beat the Dallas percentage. Those prices, plus high mortgage rates, plus political uncertainty, really slammed the brakes on home sales in the usually busy summer selling season last year, says Joe Atkins of Joe Atkins Realty.
Summer, from my vantage point, was one of the slowest summers we've seen in years, as far as home sales and just, buyers in the market.
And Joe, just for perspective, how many summers have you been doing this here?
I'm going on 19. Okay. 19 years.
Yep, Joe is back for another check-in, and he has some important new takeaways for buyers and for sellers, and he's seeing some interesting movements in the housing market this year early on. We're going to get into all of that next week. In the meantime, follow me at Jason Wheeler TV on Facebook, Threads, and Blue Sky. Whether the news is good or bad, it is always, right on the money.